Time to get our first look at Gen.G's T side. They'll be starting off on the attack, defense for FURIA. Plenty of util on Daps and Automatic, and Art looking for early info. He's going to get more than he bargained for. I think he at least spotted 2.
What did I tell you?
Oh, I love it. A little bit of info, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Passing the info through, but look how proactive they're being about this. I like this. And again, I'm waiting with bated breath with FURIA. You guys have pumped them up to be this team that really gets you excited about CS. So for now, heavy lean to catching that B hit coming in.
So Automatic pulls the pin, and this is the go. Henny not going to be flashed off. It's a long-range fight. He's unwilling, does back off. The cross from Kusta has been aided by Som, swinging around nicely as he charges down the cat. Art on the dankest of flank, and he's already stopped the bomb plant. If he can get Bentet, he's got himself a magical start. Double kill. Som needs one quick. Can't find Vinny. Not clean at all, but now needs a reload, and it does seem like Daps has kept his teammates safe. Keserato patrolling. Should find another. It's clean. And into the 1v1. Daps up against one of the stars of the FURIA show.
Oh, got the molly on one side, smoke on the other, so it's all doable. Hearing that's definitely going to put a little bit of fear in Daps, but I don't see the kit on Keserato. He's a touch, isn't it? Daps has a look. Not drawn out into the fight. There he goes. Shows the hand, but time's ticking. Keserato needs to hit this and hit it fast. Oh, Daps has done so well to buy time here. The kill comes in, but it is brilliantly played by Daps. They're buying just enough time. Keserato did what he could, but it wasn't enough.
Oh, he even went down with the bomb there at that tail end. He's going to be disappointed with that one. FURIA, they had the perfect setup. You could see the 2 players in Pop Dog together, ready to flank, 3 leaning over towards the B site, ready and raring to go. Nobody was looking towards Ivy. And from there, you felt like they had everything they needed. But down to the 1v1, Daps, the man who I said struggled last time round when these 2 teams met in June. And he started things off with a clutch. So the in-game leader showing a different face this time round. It will be the force buy from FURIA. Deagles are plenty, 3 of them to be exact. A scout in Henny's hands, a Famous for Keserato, a little sprinkling of utility. And the default spread from Gen.G. So this one here gets to slow down just a little bit.
I said Brazilian fans definitely need someone to put a bit of faith in at the moment.
Well, these guys are undoubtedly the best Brazilian team, and they have been for some time, definitely all of 2020. Had MIBR's number. We obviously had a lot of drama earlier in the year between these 2 squads. There were some tech issues, there were some tweets.
Isn't there always?
Some finger pointing. But FURIA, I think, have come out on the betterment of that side. And this is a very, very slow approach here from Gen.G. So they've postured around, they've gone over towards the box holes, they've seen nobody's home. They've got 2 players over towards Ivy, but they haven't poked or prodded for any information over this side. Henny with the scout could get a tag up. You can see the run boost over, and if he re-peaks, he'll have to worry about both sides. Information plays all over the map here.
Yeah, this is actually a very different look. It's going to be difficult to contain Ivy if they walk up. That's his rifles up against the scout, and he's made that very clear. Audible scout shots into that smoke. So Som and his partner Automatic, they'll wait this smoke out. Keserato's been gifted the responsibility of checking Ivy intermittently. It's very exposed. Yuri as well. They'll have the info, and doesn't look to have taken too much damage for his troubles either. This is about to be a very chaotic 15 seconds. Prepare yourselves, because there's still 8 players in the server. Make it just 7. Kusta cuts one down to size, into the site. Daps with the responsibility of a plant, but a missed shot from Henny means he can continue. And with 1 second to spare, Gen.G have secured the round. That got way too close.
It was a little scary, wasn't it? 27
Jeez
HP,
Louise.
8 HP. That was in the realm of a bit of a switch up, but it didn't happen. So I guess 4 alive, bomb plant, Gen.G stabilized, and it doesn't look as bad as potentially it could have been.
Yeah, that was good poise there from Gen.G. Those kind of rounds are where you tend to get individuals panicking. The player with the bomb normally just beelines it to the train, not worrying about covering anything off. And when that happens, well, you're down a man in transition. But they've been able to keep their heads above water. Interesting to note as well, they went for no SMGs in that round. It was 5 rifles. AKs or Galils was the weapon of choice. And this time round, well, we're going to just get the eco from FURIA. I want to note that last time, Henny and Art had the double AWP out from the first gun round. So let's see if that's going to be the case yet again. But we might get a little bit of fun this round. The Zeus is in play.
Oh, it wasn't far off, right in front of Som's face. But Vinny going for it and not quite coming up trumps. Pushing into the inner hall.
Kusta.
Can't believe his luck.
I wonder if Jason still supports Kusta when he's playing them now.
Yeah, he had such an obsession with him. In fact, it's funny actually. Look,
Maybe
Lauren
that's why
and Jason.
yeah.
I see now. They're both obsessed with Kusta. Been sharing the caster desk. You must have both casted some mad Kusta moments.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe we just caught the best side of it, right?
Oh, it's happening right now. I mean, no one's keeping up with Kusta. 6-1 in the first 3 rounds of play.
Oh, there's that double up you're talking about as well.
Yeah, so watch this. Henny's going to go towards Ivy / back of 6 lane. Now, it's curious as to where Art wants to go in the beginning, right? He is so flexible. This guy is a madman. I've actually seen him just do ridiculous... Like, it shouldn't be possible. It's the things that you see JW do, but he just does it every single game.
He's going for the Aggie Brown Hall's peak. Looks like automatic. How is he still not being shot at? Little delay from the flashbangs. Vinny finds him, though, and so did Henny, connecting on his aggressive AWP. Very early casualties for both sides, and they continue. Ooh. Art's been caught out. Som, he might want to aggress on this. He does try and throw out the utility, try and force the rotate. Artu has to respect that.
That's nice. Som's doing great work here. He's doing the work of maybe 2 or 3 players, and it's selling a picture, right? You've got Serato dedicated towards this now, but the other 2 are still posted up. You've still got Henny and Yuri to try and draw it anywhere, and they seem pretty steadfast in holding down towards Ivy, which is exactly where Yuri is and exactly where the T's are. Seen more than enough. He doesn't get the shot he needs, so Bentet lives. HP is low, and Henny's going to be called in to do something here. He's pushed up, though. He's pretty aggressive here.
Yeah, this could be problematic. They're so low. The AWP, unfortunately, will not benefit from that. Good spot. Unexpected, and can tuck in. He knows Ivy was a threat. Has a strong angle to hold the cross to the backtracks. And with 40 seconds left, Daps will have to be the beta in this one. He'll have Bentet perhaps just drop him the bomb and let, maybe even swap rifles, let that 10 HP strafe around the corner. Certainly a possibility. Henny deploying the smoke. That may even aid them.
Ooh. Interesting approach here. Now there's an avenue that Henny can get taken. Oh, they're nutmegging. They're going through the smoke.
Stunning play. Really well done. Kind of almost calling the bluff there in a weird way. Serato's all over by B, so that pause, that break that they took towards Ivy definitely threw the CTs through a loop here, Alex.
It really did. And, well, with Daps tucked in on Olof, Bentet going for a walkabout so he can just focus himself on one safe angle. Serato's best play here, maybe just to fake it out and not start hunting, but it's what he's going for all the same. This is going to get really awkward. If you start making sound cues, yeah, this is when they can just run around, run circles around you, and the time is just rotting off the clock. Serato still hasn't found anyone. Now he's got Daps. Time is of the essence. He needs to be on that bomb now, and he's not. So out of the way, grabs himself a beautiful Dragon Law. We'll be bringing that into the next, but Gen.G, this T-side approach from them, this war of attrition is paying off so far.
And if you're Daps, right, arguably a pretty good IGL, a lot of people credit him as such, having the right mindset. Playing against someone like FURIA, surely their style, their approach, what makes them different, does play to having a very strong IGL in that manner, right? Like, surely you've got a good mindset coming into this.
Yeah, look, and when it becomes that game that is more of a mental tussle, if Daps is feeling it, he knows what type of calls and especially the type of aggression that Art might be looking to throw on in, that's where they can get the better of them. But one of the real issues is that flare from FURIA doesn't die. They don't back down. So they can eventually break you and make you question everything you know about Counter-Strike. So it will be the force buy with the saved AWP in play. Art's gone for the Swag 7. Vinny's on the M4A4. Famus for Yuri, and well, Serato has a rifle as well. So the buy is actually looking pretty good here. Gen.G are going back to more of a default spread. They haven't actually put too much pressure out main. And look how many grenades they've held onto with 1:20 left on the clock.
That was Art throwing a Mag 7 spread. Oh, okay. Automatic and Kusta could not have taken more damage from that one. Lands on both of them. And around that 70-second mark, we see a smoke deployed towards the inner halls. CT's running low on that kind of utility. Vinny, the only one with the incendiary, he is going to be rotating in, so he could perhaps drop that should the Gen.G assault be clear. Sound cues. Nades flying through. This would be where Vinny's incendiary could do damage, but regardless, won't really have time. Perfect timing. Wow, it doesn't get better than that. They either have to go through it or they're going to have 15 seconds to plan.
And there goes all that little bit of utility. The play arts around the back. He knows what's up now. They've got the full picture of what's coming their way, but Benta is still down. He's still out and he's still fragging. Vinny falls and you've got Yuri posted up on the site. Lil surrounded with the support of automatic and he goes down. This is a stunning site take. Even with all that utility put in their way, the slowdown, the info, everything worked, or what looked right for FURIA is now down to 2.
Yeah, I mean, they had it all. They had the flank. They even had that Mag 7 coming behind. Som spots him, deals with it. And now Art just about around the corner before the Bentet hunt. He's going to be hunting them all the way to Ivy, I imagine. Wonder if he starts to walk. He has. Oh, Art's not checking it. Very valuable cargo on Art and Kisarato here. So anything that Bentet can get done here will be having ramifications into the next 2 rounds. He's going to check this. I think he's just about got time to find Art. That's brutal. Does get the trade, maybe. Kisarato not going to get there. Or lies idle. 0-5. Gen.G continue to extend their lead and building quite the bank. They're nurturing a lovely little nest egg. About 7K on average, floating about the majority. And quite the contrast for FURIA. This is going to start getting out of hand. This is T-side train, folks. This is Gen.G's pick, and they're justifying it in the opening 5.
They have gone for a partial upgrade here. We've got scouts out to play. The M4 still in the server. Some upgraded pistols as well here. Gen.G can put the brakes on. They don't need to take too many risks, and you want to feel out and around like this to see where that M4 is first and foremost and what buy is around it. So automatic will be scoped up in T-main. Has to be aware of multiple different positions here and looks the wrong way. Kisarato finds the opening.
I guess they have to be proactive when you have so little, right? You gotta make these plays. Wow, this is very aggressive. Beautifully set up for Kisarato to bring that rifle into the exact place he'd want it to be. Proactive and potent, but there's still these rifles on the T side.
Yeah, I'm seeing a loose bomb. If Kisarato turned that corner, he'd see the bomb. This could be a big problem. Som, Daps, both on Ivy, making that abundantly clear. Holding the backtracks is Henny. Hitting his first, softens up his first target. Daps, unwilling to give him that fight cleanly. Kusta's going to find the flank here as well. Oh, this is chaos all over the map. Kusta does manage to find Kisarato, but Henny hitting his shot. So now it gets interesting. Bomb's been scooped up.
Yeah, and Som's HP is far from perfect. A rifle now filters through towards Henny, so they could do a bit of damage, and they haven't crossed yet. Henny can catch the cross if he plays patient, and Yuri can kind of support in that.
Ooh.
26 seconds is very much game on here.
Yeah, I'm not sure they can contest the plant with a safe one there coming in. Som on the train looks like a power position, tossing back a clean headshot. No armor on Henny. Aim punch will hurt, and Som does, but Yuri clean with a P250. That's a fantastic victory. FURIA came into that with just a half buy investment, and now he's got plenty of time. He's even going to go scavenge away an AWP.
Good stuff there. These are the type of rounds that FURIA can pull out of the bag. Now, that wasn't through the crazy art aggression. It was Kisarato taking the round into his own hands. Now, Kisarato is one of the names, Lauren, who was thrown around to potentially be joining MIBR.
Right.
But the problem is, if you don't have enough money to throw around, the other players are going to get locked down. FURIA are under some crazy long contracts now. This team, they're locked away for some time. MIBR, they ain't getting their hands on any of these boys. So this is a long-term project, and it's believed in. Neymar, he bloody loves these guys. He's been getting involved.
He's tuning in.
Yes, well, I don't know if he's right now, but he's tuned in plenty of time in the past. So he's one of the biggest cheers. Oh, sorry. My ears, they're getting a bit...
dodgy.
Yeah, the older I get, losing a few more decibels here and here. Okay, so Gen.G, well, they were building that bank that Alex was discussing earlier. So there should be no problems getting the guns back out. Here you can see, down pop very quickly is automatic.
See what Tim can find. Oh, we saw a leg. What?
That's not okay.
Oh, that's not it. You don't need to see that. They definitely need any sort of these like nice bonuses to start things off, hinder maybe some of that confidence and aggression. But now that's subsided. The T's are going to have to fall back to something else.
I said before that Yuri was doing a fantastic job in their previous game finding openings, while in the previous inner hit he didn't get one. Can he do better this time round?
I've got a feeling he's not going to go check. Oh, leaping from the rafters. He does find just the one. Numbers advantage for FURIA, and Kisarato nearly doing it all. Daps Often in times of pressure, he does pull a magical round out of his hat, but this time it's Henny with his hat backwards that says no. 5-2, FURIA string 2 together, and they do have plenty of cash to splash. Quite the contrary, though. And that bank you were talking about, Chad, it does look like it's starting to be exhausted. This may be their last bite of the cherry.
This execute here, it's an interesting one. You can see the deep connector smoke. So what happens is the AWP player of Automatic's job is to cover along the low ramp lane. That doesn't allow the rotation from the CTs to come in very easily. And this time around, they tried to go through the high ramp position, and that's where they were punished. So we might see them go back to that, but Automatic coming out main, he's going to get tagged on up, down to 36 points of health, still pushes forward. He's in danger.
Being bullied at the start of these rounds. Alex is last round, misses a couple of shots here and there, tagged up constantly. He's trying to make something happen, but it's not easy. The utility is in place, and God, the timing couldn't be worse. Vinny's found him for almost free.
Yeah, that's a great start for FURIA. And Henny's posted up in such a prime location, he bides his time. Double scopes and a tag now into Daps' shoulder blade. Smoke enables him to try and keep track of that blue train player. Not exposed. Daps goes hunting on low HP. That is audacious. And so this 3v3, it's all happening around the train yard. Game of angles, timing, just a smattering of utility. A couple of flashbangs is all that remains on both squads. And that's Art. Alongside Henny, the Orb's filling the feed. Booster's in a prime position. The trigger discipline. He can't even get the first. Yuri keeping those Orbs safe as houses. And now FURIA stringing 3 together, just as it looked like Gen.G were getting away with it.
So this here is where those inner opening kills from Yuri are really going to come into play. Watching that demo back earlier today, I would see Gen.G on their low buys try and hit that inner bomb site just to get the C4 down and stimulate the economy, but Yuri was stopping them time and time again, especially against the low buys. There was more than one. He was getting 2 kills on a lot of occasions right there. And you can see, well, they're at their facility. There's the Panther, the logo. I don't know what that says.
I don't know. Just looking at that room, it looks like it's well air-conditioned. I imagine the climate control is good. They've got good chairs. I'm jealous. I don't have a gaming facility like that. And they're all, at the moment, stringing together 3 consecutive rounds. So, high hopes. Swinging into the Orb. That is scary, Henny. Tom can walk up on him here. He's holding that tight line, and that's what he was waiting for.
Is he hitting headshots with an Orb? It's like
keep
so
that percentage high, Lauren.
I mean, you're right. Daps fancies a bit of that too. He's come back in with his, and obviously anything is a silver lining in this one. The money's not phenomenal for FURIA. Obviously, it's better than Gen.G's currently as it stands. But for now, any damage is a bonus, and we'll take that. As Chad said, probably those plants aren't going to be as easy to get away with as maybe they would have wanted. But let's see if they can make some room towards inner. Yuri's there, and again, going to make them work for their meal, but they're down, they're out, and they're dead. Easy pickings for him, as Daps wants to continue forward after getting that nice little deagle just a moment ago on towards Henny.
Oh, the jiggling, it's so frustrating. Just when you think you have the element of surprise, they'll get the info for free, and then just posture and prepare. You said Yuri can handle the inner hits. Well, you were bang on there, Chad. They didn't take the bomb, but 3 players and 3 frags for Yuri in that one. You can see impact player of our 9th round.
Interested to see now what Gen.G want to throw at them.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to know what Daps is thinking here. We haven't seen a slow default into a fully executed smokes all over the A site. We haven't got really had the chance to see it because Automatic or whoever goes out first, this time Kusta, tends to lose his life as soon as he leaves this smoke. He gets the sandwich and then either a smoke spray or a Molotov, something's going to make things awkward. This time, it's Serato walking straight into the trap.
Just like Automatic, why is this so difficult for you? I just sat here and got a freebie. It might get a little bit trickier now as the position is obviously very much noted. Vinny, up for the task, instantly takes the fight back. These guys don't back down.
Not at all. Vinny wants some more though. And oh, it's the AWPer. Great control of the spray. Eliminates Automatic and a crucial component of the Gen.G machine gone.
We're a minute 10 left and there's hardly any utility left. It just comes down to the frags now, while Vinny continues to get more.
Yeah, that left eye peek, really brutal for Som. He couldn't see a single pixel of Vinny. Oh, and they're just adding more and more. My God, what a contrast. Let's watch the first 5 and then this 5 strung together, and it just looks like 2 different teams. And that's just the first 10 rounds of play, folks. So plenty more. You can see Train Inferno Mirage is our best of 3, and it has only just begun.
I really am looking forward to a good Mirage game. If we get a nice game out of that, I feel, actually not Mirage, Inferno. I haven't had the pleasure of seeing a good Inferno, really. I feel the kind of show from G2 was pretty interesting.
That was all right, yeah.
But it was a bit one-sided, yeah. So it's like, I love to see a good Inferno game. I still love the map. I know people are a little bit sick and tired of it, but for me, it's still quite a fun one. As we do see back into this. Geez, their money has just been shattered so often, and you can see as to why Henny in dire straits throws the AWP away, tries to keep it out of the T's hands in those last couple of seconds, as Bentet did get close, but Kusta's there, he's got the rifle, and he's only got one.
Yeah, might have been necessary second there, missed. Daps with only the CZ, he's going to get found out. Art will eliminate him. Puts us at 6, Furia. 6 consecutive rounds, and I could have sworn they were a whole lot faster than the Gen.G 5. Just running through them. Those points you were making, Chad, of these, it's 3v3 with 90 seconds left. I mean, we are seeing contact every round within the opening, what, 15, 20 seconds?
I just think when you see Art, an AWP player, push out of CT connector so that he can do the main nades, but then he's playing in limbo between E-Box, having to worry about Pop Dog and main with an AWP. Look, they're using their spawns to their advantage, and they're making having the weapon that is the, I guess, worst suited to the job work. Oh my god, here comes a huge push. There's no way they're expecting this.
Oh, the jiggle, it's perfect. Completely shatters the plans of Yuri. But leaving Art posted up, Vinny wants to go from behind as well. This would be ridiculous. Kusta's playing on the ladder, and he hunts him down. Vicious. And a failed flash from Bentet. He can wallbang him, and he does. Vinny's having a fantastic game to start this off.
Truly is ferocious. He chases them down, and these guys are shutting this out. Som and Automatic need to dig deep here, and that's the perfect beginning. Som with 2 has created huge amounts of room, but Henny is still operating and still being a danger. But now the 1v1.
This was
Where
2v5.
is this bomb, Alex?
This was 2v5. Som and Automatic, rather Som majority, but it will be finished off by him as well.
I think we talk about those aggressions and those aggressive moves. There's always a double-edged sword, right? It can fall apart. It's a deadly game. It's why it's impressive when it works so well on a CT site.
So you're Som, Chad. You know you've got 45 seconds. You know the bomb's top pop with a CT. That's a nasty situation to be in. You know Art's probably babysitting the bomb. There's all those nasty toilets, showers. There's so many corners.
How'd you clear this one?
There will be a break point, I imagine, where Art just walks away from the bomb. If Som takes too long... Look, just give him enough rope to hang himself.
Now everyone's guessing. Wow, Art there. Now, sorry about that, guys. I was talking to ET, phoning home. That got a little bit confusing in my ears. But I want to show you this. This is the execute I think we might see again. Okay. So check out this deep smoke over towards connector. That means that the CTs can't rotate out and push through. You're going to see that the AWPer will, when the smoke's not there, be able to hold off this line. And from here, they're actually able to flood into the bomb site. So this is a set piece we've seen them run twice now. And it all really relies on Automatic being able to slow down these rotations so they can isolate the fights in the bomb site. I think we'll see this one again in this half, probably coming up very soon, maybe the next gun round.
I'm seeing a T-smoke on the top platform that Kusta was on. I don't know can't understand the intentions of that one.
So you want to just obscure vision. He can look down and clear out that coils position.
Without worrying about the
Yeah, and also kind of, you know, push through it when everyone else is focused and players in the site. So it's got multiple purposes. But I think Gen.G, because they've already used it twice, they found success with it once, we might see it come on in again.
They've lost a man already. Where did that come from? It was Art.
Wow.
Just staring down exactly what we talked about. This time it will be a CT smoke to lock them off. And they continue to commit. Rotate coming in. Art with a flashbang rather aggressively towards the catwalk rush, and there's so many of them. He's going to make the call. Tucks in. Let's K-Serato throw some lead down range. It's not quite enough to finish off Kusta. And Bentet's making his deagle as powerful and as problematic as possible. They've only got 10 HP left, and now they've got none. 8 in a row from Furia on the CT side.
Bit of a problem here. Automatic, the AWP player of the team, only has 3 kills to his name. So that's not a huge amount for an AWPer on the T side. You're normally looking for them to find you openings, especially when you know you're going up against other AWPers, right? You drop a smoke, you push the CT-sided AWPer into a position that you know he wants to hold, a flash comes over, and then you should be able to find the opening pick. But if we're looking at the opening kills right now, Furia are leading the charge 8-5. But the multi-kills are still very, very close, and that is indicative of ends to rounds like we saw just there. Players making the most of a bad situation.
If you want to be fragging your best, do you keep your shoes on or take them off?
Ooh, take them off.
I'm a shoes off.
Shoes off, gang?
Let your feet breathe.
Socks or barefoot?
Socks.
I think you have to go socks.
I just saw Art barefooted, and maybe that's the secret to his power.
He's
Florida,
feeling...
though.
I've never... Well, that's a lie. I have
know?
definitely probably gamed with bare feet. Oh, not interested in the repeat. He does consider the boost.
This team's so cheeky. I like it about FURIA. They're everywhere, and they're willing to fight on every occasion, it feels.
Calculated flair everywhere, FURIA. It's exactly what you see. They've got their little bursts of color, but they're certainly within the realms and within the 10 commandments that Art has put on his hill.
But look at him, he's out there sniffing with an inside push and an AWP with a minute left. Like, this is, when they're given room, they're happy to take it. Yuri, not taking any chances, making sure no one's hiding within the box holes. They have a lot of utility holding them back from main. There's no noise across the map at this point, and now Art can continue to push
Coming
further.
down Pop. By the time they leave main, there's going to be a CT and Pop Dog. Oh, never mind, he's actually going to push him. A molly and Lord Peak, he gets Gooster. He started his adventures at Inner, and now he's fighting main. He goes for and another one. Go on, Art. Living up to the name. Creative in game, not the third. And Daps, unfortunately, his team's just been ripped out of the server. He can just sit back and maybe admire the AWP skin.
I think that's all he's got left. He's not just playing deathmatch against these poor boys. Like, let's be, GEN.G, I wouldn't say they're the tier 1 of North America right now, but they're fighting for it.
Yeah, gatekeepers of the tier 1.
He just shoved that orb down his throat. Well, that's he fancies a second. Time, though, speaking of seconds. I don't know if he's got that. It's very close.
I think so.
Don't matter, does it?
Oh, that's some extra cash. That might do them some good.
Got close.
Yeah.
A little bit dicey.
Daps the AWPer.
Well, Adaps is actually having a much better game than last time these two teams played. He's already up to 11 kills. I believe that's more than what he got the entire match last time round.
Would you want Daps to be fragging rather than automatic?
No, you'd prefer automatic to be fragging, but it would be good line if they both could.
Yeah, but you can't have your cake and eat it all the time, Chad.
Oh, dear.
I thought he'd stop at Pop. I was like, okay, we'll draw the line at Pop. Then he was at E-Box, and I was like, okay, maybe he's just going to peek main. Then he's in main. I mean, he just held W.
So a reason I believe he would have gone for that is knowing that when they would do an outside set piece without Pop control, normally you would smoke off Pop, right? Sure. You want to isolate the aggressive CTs in that position of the map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps ahead, I guess. I don't know, because what are we on now? 9 in a row. Yes. Can it be 10?
It looks like it might very well be. Daps, he's trying to live in the glory of his previous round. Same spot, same weapon, same dire straight. His bottom spotted. K-Serato quick to spank. And now with only 3 left on this T side, the 10 consecutive rounds from FURIA does look like a reality.
Look at Art. He was over kind of pressuring by like E-Box way, pressuring towards Daps. Nah, let me head over towards B. Don't know why he's Batman, but maybe definitely saw an arm. Gonna take another. Art is playing a different game. It feels like they're on 60 hertz and he's 144. It's obscene watching this guy play. A 2v4 now, as Som and Bentet have just watched their entire team just get absolutely dumpster babied.
Yeah, I mean, for lack of a better word.
Like, what more can you say when the guy's running around like that?
Yeah, it must be so frustrating as well, because just when you're like, okay, boys, we just need one more 6 rounds T-side, that's great. And then 10 seconds in, Art's killed your main player. And that's how it ends, folks. 10-5. I'm sure the fans will like that one. FURIA, 10 rounds in a row. We'll see if they can carry it over to the second half.
Just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck on your memory, but it's not like I need it. And we may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear
And we're back, 10-5 on the half, but let's remember the second half of the first half, it was pretty one-sided. Furia's aggression was unmatched, and Gen.G looked a little lost for words, Alex.
Do you think we could get away with calling them quarters when we're making reference to that? You know, like in the first quarter of... Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, with the quarter of the game. Yeah, I suppose we could. And in the second quarter of the game, well, Furia managed 9 out of the 10 opening kills in the last 10 rounds. So that's not too shabby, but it looks like it's going to be an inside... Whoop, never mind, a pop dog take here quite quickly.
Yeah.
Smokes over to the yard, and out they come.
Yeah, this looks perfect. Molly on the back bomb. Forces him into one of two options. He's either hiding on the bomb or boosted. I like that. Kusta can tap away, and Art will not be getting the bomb down today. Yuri, perhaps, wants to contest. He's surely not just going to go for another one.
Makes it clearing.
He is running out of options here. The smokes are about to fade, and now so is the light in Vinny's eyes. Yuri, Henny added to the list. It is just Keserato. He's just hanging out in main. Hasn't got anything other than a Kevlar vest. Nope, not even that. Just a flashbang. Holding it around his body, hoping it would protect him. It's not going to work out. And Chad Michael Birchall has got his hand up.
So that Molotov that landed in the middle of the bomb train, they could, if they stood on... If the Molotov wasn't there and the CTs were standing in that position, they can one-way over those two smokes, right? Normally you need the 3 smokes, you need the one on top of the train, the 2 on either side. So the only position of which Art could have been denied the bomb plant was literally Kusta's spot. That was the only place. Otherwise, they would have had to have pushed through the smoke. So Kusta's kill right there was round winning. That's all you put that down to, because the smokes then started to dissipate by the time Vinny got to the bomb. And then it's USPs versus Glocks at range. They were planning for the post plant.
Real quick, Alex, because this might be a bloodbath. How many jokes have been made about Kesera? Whatever will be, will be.
Not enough.
Not enough, got it. All right.
I'd say none.
Brutal.
Ooh la la. Daps has only got 1 out of that one. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. I might see a bomb plant here, because Yuri's considering it. Good pressure from Vinny. They're trying to stop it. Kusta jumps over and stops it. That's lovely. Keserato, however, has got himself 1,200 bucks, thanks to that MP9. Should be an impossible duel. Don't forget, no Kevlar. If Bentep pulls the trigger once, yep, he won't get another shot. So Gen.G, that's exactly the start they needed. A 10-5 half feels a lot less intimidating when you win the pistol and convert.
They've been watching Chad's videos, haven't they? Jumping around, jumping on people's
Oh,
heads.
yeah, you need to be silly.
Bop. I mean, I'm just saying, they've been bumping.
Now here, look, the plant being denied is actually a really big deal, because if that went down, we may have seen an AWP come out on the first gun round. We won't see that happening now, because I already saw Keserato buy into armor. He was the only one with enough money to buy the AWP and potentially drop it on over. So it's just going to be the 5 AK-47s, and out main, he wants to tunnel.
This is a scary prospect. Inform Keserato. looking to take your yard, but over the incandescence of the flame. It's Kusta that finds the brain.
Oh my dear.
Here we go. Go on, Kusta.
Quick round, looks like Furia. Look at that, Kusta's just come alive with 4. Massacres Furia on their exit. They don't even get to establish, not even dig their teeth into the site, and that was their full buy. They're gonna be thrown back into Squalor. Let's see that again. I want to make sure I can give that the appreciation it deserves. A nice catch on the pop dog. They're all distracted. It's all body shots in the third. Just added to the list as well. That's the sign that his team have done great work where not a single enemy he killed was looking at him.
I mean, the impartial ghost of Jason is very pleased with this.
GG.
Art's gone for the hero AK here. There is a light pistol buy on the remaining players. Deagle sees a little bit of utility. And with this, you wouldn't want to be going for the same level of aggression as what we've been seeing out of them in the previous. They need to work a pick. They need to force a CT side rotation and see how they can go from there. So we have 2 players over towards the inner bomb site right now. That will be automatic and Daps.
And Gen.G managed to scavenge 4 AKs from Furia's last round. So that is going to be a even more intimidating prospect. That one-shot headshot on a CT angle, very hard to break, especially when you're looking for that 1D angle. You're going to be stationary, crouched, and staring. Very susceptible to the Gen.G rifles.
Okay, so this smoke right here suggests that they could go backlines towards CT spawn, and that is why we are seeing Daps rotate away from the inner bomb site and have to deal with that position. Now, as the smoke starts to fade, Art will post up and see if he can find a kill over towards E-Box. What they're re-smoking, they might even push through this and attack in towards Cutout.
Som's going to have to be really on red alert here. He's feeling the pressure, but he does have Daps on the way around to support from the other side. So these two can only go so far, and with Bentep finding Vinny, less pressure is applied, but Yuri still stands. And there's a couple of Deagles around, but they're being kept at arm's length.
Ooh, yeah, in case Serato arrives to the party late, he's brought his gift.
What's he got?
And all of the party goers are already on the floor. I'm afraid it's over already. Crashed by Som. Double kill for him. And now Gen.G, kind of forgetting about that first half, it seems. Let's not forget, in the first quarter, they did string together 5. And, well, it seems that here in the third, they are back to their old ways, closing that gap entirely.
I'm just double-checking, but I do believe that that move that Furia just went for right there was the one that they actually used to get on the board against them last time. Their first T-sided round came from that exact same maneuver. So the fact that they've been cheeky enough to try it here, I think Som was well and truly aware of what to expect. Now, the AKs are back out. Serato has only taken a MAC-10 here. Art into pop very quick. Has to push forward.
He's going for it, and Bentep can check. This is looking like Gen.G reawoken. I don't know what words Daps has been speaking in that halftime, but it seems to have got the blood pumping.
Clearly, the idea of playing against aggressive teams is echoing in their heads because they're taking every heads-up fight. Vinny's still walking it. Kusta better be ready, and if he's not, he's in trouble. There's Vinny, there's one, but automatic on the trade. That's big, keeping this site somewhat under control. And I say somewhat because Serato fancies a bit too. They don't stop.
Oh, Serato's been heard. Surely automatic.
Oh, God.
Surely. He's right in front of him with a missed shot. Now he can take both of them. Serato aware, and he's nearly got another. Som's done well to find that, and that should secure the round unless Yuri can play this 60 seconds not to be. That's a double kill again from Som. Doesn't look like he's been contributing. Really found his feet. And to do so early in your first map, that makes a lot of difference. Purely coincidental, but our first kill numbers are perfectly in line with the scoreline. That's from SEO, our stats man, so that's a fun tidbit for you. The opening kills have corresponded 1-to-1 with rounds 1. I mean, that makes a whole lot of sense. Most teams float around 80% conversion of 5v4s.
This relentless aggression from Furia that I love to see. Surely there's going to be a moment where you have to roll to something else. That's what I'm looking at. Obviously, the money's been a bit here and there. It's been spotty, so I can't call it into question too much. But for now, we're on the Deagles. A little bit of an upgrade here and here, and Serato does have the rifle.
Ooh, get out of there, Kusta. He wants to fight, but it costs him his life. That's put a rifle into enemy hands as well. Serato, and now another.
It's good.
Looks real good. And that will soften up Vinny and Yuri nicely. Fortunately, it's only the Deagles. Smokes will deploy. That will lock automatic out. He can contribute in some capacity, though. And look at Daps' angle. It's perfect. Catches a glimpse of the other rifle dropping down, and he's got both of the hard hitters. That should be enough for the round. He mollied Vinny as well.
It's not a lot Yuri can do here. I know he has the bomb on his back. He has a minute left on the clock, a smoke and a Deagle to play with. However, No territory. And the rotation towards the inner bomb site has come in. He's going to take a little bit of a trip around the world. Not possible for most of us at the moment. And poke his head out main. So I don't think he's long for this world, unfortunately, old Yuri.
Around the World in 80 Days. Is that a movie? Am I making up the number?
I'm going to Google it.
I think it was something about a hot air balloon.
I don't think I ever watched it.
No, but I know it's got like some
remember the
sort of like kind
title.
of
You're
cultural
correct.
significance. Was it 80?
Yep.
Wow.
And what is it? A biopic? Is it fiction?
For some reason, my PC is in Romanian.
Nice. I had
it's-
a Russian YouTube ad.
Oh, it's from, remember Jules Verne?
Jules Verne.
Yeah.
Really bad
One of his
with
novels.
names.
Oh, it's a book though,
Yeah.
fiction.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Didn't know if anyone actually did the whole.
Well, he also wrote 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, right?
I
believe.
Yeah.
Not my type of read.
Well, you were mocking me for the Space Odyssey T-shirt. Yeah.
I wasn't mocking you.
I felt mocked. Chad,
There was light mocking.
thank you. A light mocking.
A sprinkling.
Glad
of
we've got the adjudicator
got,
here.
do you know the funny, the amount of people in like Twitch chat who got it, they're like, Space Odyssey,
Space Odyssey,
I
obviously.
do.
Yeah,
Quick
but they've got a
of
Google
course,
browser. Yeah,
so they go,
exactly.
"Ah, of course I know.
I can feel superior.
That's literally all I do, Alex. Honestly, without Google or any sort of element, I'm very, very lost.
Well, I have a lot of elements that help me, and HateRedTV.org is one of my favorites. And if you head over there and you look at the matches for 2020 and FURIA on train, they played 9, they've won 5, they've lost 4. However, only 32.79% of their rounds have come on the T side, and that's where they find themselves right here, right now. So it's going to be a very arduous task to get back into this one, as GEN.G are looking very, very strong right now.
And actually, I've just kind of double-checked. You know how I said most teams float around 80% in their 4v5 conversion? GEN.G are alarmingly low at 65% conversion of their 5v4s. That's surprising to me. I mean, often I look at that stat and I go, oh, okay, no, they're both the same. I don't bother mentioning it. But FURIA, in contrast, are at 77. So that is quite the discrepancy. Seems that GEN.G, at this, in their developmental phase, have been less consistent at closing out those early advantages. May have ramifications, as we saw in the first half as well. So default smokes, Yuri and Vinny. I'm stealing these lineups, looks nice and easy.
I need some new ones.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the beauty, Lauren. You're about to spend your next 2 weeks talking about the game and staring at everyone's nerdy smokes. You'll start throwing them.
That's high hopes there,
He says
Alex.
with high hopes. Yeah,
Yep.
please.
Not sure about that. I'm not sure if Daps is going to get away with much here. Automatic's still kind of on duty. He's at the back line, so things... Big shot. See you later. And obviously, Daps last time got 3 of these kills, so Automatic's going to be left with a lot of pressure. And how is Art there? He's just constantly pushing. I don't know when he stops.
Oh, he doesn't stop now. Watch this.
I mean, what's his timing cue? Maybe Henny fires a shot, baits Som, something. Is he really just going to go as it fades? He's just underneath the line of fire. And Tet's coming around again, and they're going to kiss in the smoke. He passed him. It's perfect. He's exactly what Art wanted. He can't find the second. And perhaps Som's going to save the day again. It's Kuster and Som. He does. GEN.G thanking their lucky stars for the young gun, as he has secured another round. GEN.G starting to get closer and closer to this unbelievable streak. They're almost matching FURIA at this point. They had 10 in a row. GEN.G have responded with 7 in kind.
This is very, very good on the CT side here. You could see from the start of this round that Daps and Automatic were more than happy to give up territory in the bomb site. If you're playing the standard 1 player forward, 1 in the back line, you can be overwhelmed quite quickly. Art not happy with how that one went down just there.
I like his glasses.
Yeah, and I also like that he doesn't rage. He just lifts his arms up, and by the time they're down, start again. I'm more of a desk to fist, or fist to desk would make more sense. Don't know why I'd be lifting my desk to my
Just
fist.
to punch it.
Yeah.
There. Boom.
Wow, Art's already out main, and he's looking towards back 6. Nothing there for him just yet. Has he got anyone to trade him? He does have his partner, Keserato, catching nades in main, but Art is out all off, and he sees the shadow. He actually opens it up, so let's see if that 65% conversion rather continues to be a problem. Nade's going to tickle him. That looks like a smart incendiary, and they will be compelled to push forwards.
Someone must have heard that. I'm pretty sure Vinny got some damage on him. The steps are certainly loud enough. This isn't subtle. Daps has been there in support, and we saw this a couple of rounds ago, and we're going to see it again. Some turns the flash, but he's got to be hyper aware. He is being cornered out of this. They are standing to attention, but Benta and Daps doing big work there. Vinny finally breaks back in, but it is a 3v2, and the CTs are posted up between.
I was about to say I'm not even worried because Som's still alive. I'm afraid not anymore. Bentet falls and FURIA break their streak. My God, it started to spiral. 7 in a row from GEN.G. FURIA find their first on this T side.
Yeah, very important for Art to find that opening pick right there. He actually was tagged by the player towards the back of bomb train. So when you're pushed up in that Olaf position, it's actually quite difficult, right? It's a very difficult position to be in. The CTs can get the scope in and they can just see a little bit of your tippy toes.
Yeah. Okay.
But he was lucky enough that he was grifted the shadow. So he hung around. It was almost a teammate in the way there and found the opening frag. Now, the money not fantastic for Gen.G. If they lose this one, we might see them come onto an eco very early. Fury's going to think better of dipping on out into Olaf yet again. And, well, Bentet, this time not allowing Art to find that opening, takes him out.
Look at Daps. I love this push-up as well. He might get more than he bargained for. Vinny breaks through, and suddenly Kusta's probably going to feel the pressure here. Automatics on the other side of things, so it's on Kusta to slow this down, because this is a reactionary play. T's pouring out, tag on one, Cerato's low, but still he stands, and Kusta backs away for a second, holds the cross.
Yeah, this is tough for Kusta. He needs one. Hard shots to hit. He's chipping away nicely. Good spray control to at least inflict good damage to all of them, and he's managed to kind of relocate. Automatic again onto Henny.
He's trying everything he can, but he just can't find the shots. But good nades coming back in. The CT staying so prevalent to this site. Used to the aggression now? Or maybe not. Yes, Som's got their number, and Yuri, the 1v3, ain't happening. I haven't had the pleasure of seeing Som having a good game, but this is quite exciting.
No, nor I. This is very, very positive signs to see out of Som. It feels like just as FURIA get their initial way in, it's Som that stops it from spiraling. Get to see Art just running through the flames there. I think he had even had an AWP, so he had a plan. And Bentet, just as I said, he doesn't hit the death. Yeah, that was a tough one for him.
The thing is, Art's putting himself in the position where it's ride or die. If he finds the opening, then they're going to go to that percentage Alex was talking about before, where they can potentially steal it away from Gen.G. But by getting taken out of the round that quickly, life becomes more difficult. Now, the AWP is out again. They really want this pop dog control here, but nades over the top. They're not going to do a lot of damage. This is a biff. This is a battle, and he's dropped again. Art, Kusta this time will take him down. And Bentet, well, he wants the control.
They seem so much better prepared, I feel. Gen.G seems like they've really got a nice idea of what FURIA are trying to do, the space they want to find. Bentet is posted up here, and Vinny could do some work, but there's a trade available. They're right next to... Oh, wait, he gets the 100 HP player like that by Bentet. I thought it was going to be Kusta to fall.
Yeah, that was clean. And that actually kind of puts FURIA straight back into the round. It looked like it could have gone a little out of control. Ooh! Cerato and Yuri putting their bullets together. Now, one of the most influential players in Som will be forced to watch as this 25th round does transpire. There's no rush to plant, but Henny might want to pick up the pace now. He's just taken the head off Kusta. And now Automatic, it is a prime weapon for the job, but he needs Daps to be finding some attention to really get the most out of that AWP here. Henny going to be tickling the ivories. And Automatic's already found one. Hang on. Daps, oh, the spray. It was a little too wild. Puts Automatic in a very dire situation. He could give it a go with the AK-47, recovers it. But unfortunately, that tight line's being held, and Cerato's already brought him down. FURIA finding themselves their second T round in the last 3.
And they've broken the bank here, so the only individual with money is Automatic with $5,150. This isn't the prices, right? You can see there, Vinny was lost in the smoke, right? What happens is when you get gray screen like that, if you lose your bearings, and which is very easy to do in Pop Dog, you cannot see anything. But occasionally life can get a little bit more difficult, but still converting, and FURIA will be calling the timeout, even though they just won that round. This one here is hugely important. They have to convert this. If it is a force buy from Gen.G, they want to go all in. They want to go for a bit of a shove here, see if you can get the hands, AWP in the hands of Automatic and see what he can pull off. Well, then that means that FURIA can run away with the game. But if it is an eco, well, you got to make sure you don't lose it.
Stats to back up the Som praise, by the way. He has had 10 of Gen.G's 24 multi-kill rounds, which means that his 24 kills, 20 of them have happened in just 10 rounds.
Wow.
As a minimum.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Minimum.
Yeah.
So the maths does check out, but that does mean, you know, every time you've seen that double kill next to Soms in the feed, it's been an influential round win. He's not just picking up that opening frag and disappearing. These are impact frags, and he's at the top of the scoreboard with them. Chased on the other side of things by Cerato, who has been having a fantastic game. Bentet trying to get close quarters with that CZ. They have gone for the full economical purchase, and look how much info Bentet's just managed to shovel into Gen.G's machine. Going fast, Cerato and his teammate, a good dink already. They do not have to overcommit to this one, and the fights they were waiting for have come through. So They can calm it all down, and so can we.
Look where the bomb is. So this was basically a mission just to find out where the stack was, what the CTs were working with, and then it would have been Henny alongside of Yuri making the call from there. And it is just Som, the man we were just mentioning, with 104 points of ADR, a P250 in his hands. That's the most recent one from the...
I was wondering, I like that.
Yeah, I've got that one too. I have all of them. I have every single skin from that new case.
I hated all of this, and now you're your biggest proponent for it.
Well, I liked a lot of the skins in that case, and I opened them. I got the Tooth Fairy
unbox or
M4.
did you buy it?
I unboxed the Tooth Fairy M4. I got 2 of them. One was factory new, one of them was
You
Stat Track.
obviously gave me one of them, did you? Or
No.
is that
It
coming
was?
in the mail? It's in the mail.
I sold one to buy the Prince Stream Deagle, and the AK is beautiful. I believe it's the Anubis one. I'll have to double check that.
Tis.
I got that one as well, and I unboxed that, and it was factory new.
Wow, you really did have a nice turn of luck.
Yeah, I had a lot of luck. So it was like, you know, when you first go to the casino and you put 100 down and you win, and then you go and you lose a couple grand the next
I
time.
don't trust. Do you know what? I've never actually put a bet on a casino because I don't.
Good
trust
call.
myself.
Don't do it, Lauren.
Literally do not trust. What I did with skins was more than enough.
When we
I
were in
don't need that.
Vegas, I walked up to the roulette table Semler was sitting at.
Yep.
I walked up and I was like, okay, I'll give myself a budget.
Right.
You know, I've never really been to Vegas, I may as well, so I gave myself a very respectable budget. And then I sat there for a while and I was like, well, it's been red 12 times in a row. It has to be black, right? So I just put half my money on it, and it wasn't black. And then I was like, okay, but now that's 8 reds. So I put the other half of my money on black, and it didn't work either. So roulette's not my game, and that was the last time I ever set foot in a Vegas casino.
Oh, you didn't even get the beginner's luck. Well,
No, that didn't even exist for me.
lucky for us, this is a slower round coming out from FURIA and GEN.G here. No one dying within the first 10 seconds. But map control is being taken. Vinny, oh, that's a whiffed flash, is it?
It is.
I think it was meant to go deeper than that, unless they were trying to get someone close Olaf. But the AWP push here, he's picking away. We'll have to deal with Som towards the back of the 6 train.
Come on, Sam. Dig deep again.
I feel like if Art holds this, though, eventually that frag's coming to him, but the time is not on his side now. Bomb will be coming from main. Yuri's desperately trying to bait Som into getting greedy, and that nade does not distract Som. Impact continuing to be found by the youngster. But now FURIA do feel the feed. A great cost, 2 down to 10. K-Serato another. Automatic, one of the few remaining for GEN.G, but he's kicking. Yuri waiting. With just 15 seconds, they do have a chance to get that bomb down.
Oh, and Dabs, he's only got the SMG. Any other gun, I could have seen a possibility, but this gets incredibly tricky. And how long until they suspect pop? It looks like Vinny's already thinking about it. I don't know what he can do with this.
Yeah, options significantly limited. If anything, he might just be waiting for the investigation. See if he can take himself a nice AK-47 into the business end of this first map. Taking a quick look into the opening kills. It doesn't look like there's any real discrepancies. The main offender actually is Automatic. He's actually been involved in 5 opening kills, and he's only won 1 of them.
He had a struggle some time on the first half, but he has...
I think that's where that's come from.
Yeah, he's bounced back in the second half, and he's now, well, still the lowest on the scoreboard for his team, but it's a respectable score nonetheless. You've got 15 on Bentet, 16 for Daps, who's had some moments towards that inner bomb site. But now the success feels like it is on Yard. Kuster on 20, he's cooled a bit. Som, might need something big out of him very, very soon. But this one here, well, they're conceding 15 unless Daps with this M4 can do something wild. That's 4 USPs, an M4A4, a Molotov, and a flash. It is not a lot to work with here, and this is how it feels like it's slipping away from GEN.G. The best they can possibly hope for is overtime after this one.
It's never, ever fun to be accepting 15, just not investing, letting your opponent almost pick themselves up that match point, or rather, it will be 2 of them. Map point, to correct myself.
Seems like they're going to the right place. For now. Obviously, the smoke's going to kind of keep interest here. We can see when that bomb commits on the back of Vinny. Already Art out top, has Yuri with him. They haven't had much of a fight, now they do. See the USPs? That's a good chunk of damage. This ain't bad, but it's not enough. You wanted to see Daps get involved. He was the big man that fell then. So for now, you've got to feel like these 4 T players should be able to go through the motions very comfortably here.
Yeah, and comfort does certainly seem to be present at the moment. Just spraying every smoke and corner that they could possibly be hiding in. And this is time for the great reveal. GEN.G, you have managed to make a game out of this, especially after the 10 rounds FURIA managed to knock out consecutively on their T-side spree. Excuse me, that was on their defense. And Gen.G managed to get it right back into the last 2 rounds of regulation. Will we see that OT? You said you want some heroics from Som. Well, they've pulled out a double AWP, a spicy twist.
And on the T side as well. So this is a very AWP-heavy round right here. Yuri's dipping a flash on over. They're getting 2 out main. Oh, never mind, they've stalled on this. So going for a boost up and over, that'll elevate them for if anybody goes in the back of 6. The Pop Dog control battle has felt like it's been won by Gen.G more often than not, but FURIA don't want to back down just yet. The bomb, well, it's making its way back towards the inner bomb site. That's on Yuri.
2 T-AWPs. I mean, it makes a lot of sense when you see how they use it.
Are they just going to contact this? This is going to be quick. There's no way.
That smoke will be enough of a cue for automatic, surely.
Tim's right there. Daps is posted up on the side. Molly goes in, gets put out, and here come the T's.
Backing up. There should be a frag. Yeah, automatic. Though Flash still fragging. Looks like they're going to cancel that one. Kusta's hearing all of this. And jumping straight into his jaws was art. I don't know what he was hoping to achieve there. This one's really not hit the right note.
They need to slow this down and see if they can take away a couple of guns here from the CT side. That would be key for FURIA. Winning the round, well, it's off the table, but finding damage and making sure the economy, well, it's not going to be fantastic going into round 30. That should be key. But Daps, up close and personal, I don't think they're even going to check this. He might get the double.
They're going to jump on the box. Oh, no, they're not. They're boosting. K-Sara's holding it. And Daps could be overwhelmed by the multiple target phenomenon and he end up putting his crosshair somewhere between both heads. We've all been there. Oh, sound cue. And he knows he's found the last player. The flank's coming in. K-Sarato's on the clock. And Daps knows he can just toy with him, play with his food.
Keep those guns. Uh-oh. Don't let them be taken away here. We need it all. Nicely done in the end by Kusta to be there. But yeah, the control was there and that B hit felt a little flat at the start.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was meant to be a fake or what the plan was right there, but it doesn't matter. We're going into round number 30. A timeout will be taken, an opportunity for Gary to chime on in here. We can see him pacing in the back lines. The coach sending out the final call. Double AWP still reigning on the CT side. You can see them here in the hands of Automatic and Som. Bentet has a decent spawn to get towards main, so expect aggression out there. And if it is a pop play that we see coming in yet again from the side of FURIA, well, he's been dealing with that quite handedly. This is Automatic ready as they come through the smoke there, easy as you like. Felt like a couple of gifts that round. Tense music.
Sounds like, was it 28 Days Later, where it's like...
Oh, we're getting chased by the zombies.
Don't watch scary movies. Can't contribute.
You haven't seen it?
That one's not that scary. You like
it? It's great. It's based. It's like in around the UK. Zombies everywhere. It's cool. Henny though up on the AWP this time, and I find it so curious when you see aggressive teams having to really go for it in rounds like this, right? It puts it all on the line. All those nerves, all that danger of playing aggressively, does find a bit of a pinnacle to it. So curious to see if they can muster some of this. And Bentet or Kusta, whoever's been by Pop, has been pretty good at holding it. So let's see where those T's take themselves.
I really think they need to stay away from Pop. It just feels like the success rate there for them has been extremely low. And Som, he pivoted back from Ivy. That's going to be the cue for Art to push on down. The Molotov will hold them at bay for a little bit longer, but allows them to get right up close behind it. I think they might try for an inner split here.
Hasn't been too much sweat on the brow of the inner players, though. I mean, Automatic's usually be good for one on cap every time they descend, and then all it really counts on is Daps to make sure he can stop that plant. So Ivy smoked, backtracks a threat. Som's going to have to be relocating, and Art is in hot pursuit. Ooh, my lordy. I'll start getting nervous about the clock for FURIA in about 10 seconds here, because that bomb is still in brown balls, and Yuri's just caught one through the smoke. That will instigate something. Bomb to B. You're absolutely right, Lauren.
Daps is still here. If Daps plays this right, it's over. 25 seconds. Finny gets him. Finny's dumbing him, and now we've got a plant. It's game back on. I thought FURIA might have flubbed it, but no, they've kept control in a 3v3 to try and stay in this game for Gen.G.
Yeah, and Yuri, his presence leaves Bentet. He has to, during all of this, just has to sit and reside himself to find the lurk. Automatic, caught out. Nice spray control, and Vinny's caught another. Yuri converts it. FURIA take it 16-14. All the way, every round of regulation. Grit and determination, they convert.